Hello to everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to see the resolution of my case study. The area of which this case study is about is iGV, so let's begin. I will start with the timeline I have in mind. Starting with the race period, expected to already be advanced, but which we will continue to conclude until March. This is the time when we will be contacting the institutions, having opened and opening the opportunities. During April and May, we must be in the match period, when the members do interviews with the EPs that apply to our opportunities and take care of approving them. These specific tasks will have strong rules regarding the number of days they take to accomplish them. For example, the hours or days the member has to contact the EP after the apply, and the number of hours or days for them to approve after the Skype meeting. In the months of June and July, the servicing will be occurring. The most important period, which will be prepared from the servicing team throughout the semester. So this will be the timeline for the summer peak. For the winter peak, we expect to do exactly the same, but the open will be from April to September, we will start working on them during the summer already. The match time will be during September and October, which we will be doing the interviews, and the servicing will be during December, January and February. Every team will have this task regarding the nature of the team, and this phrase leads me to the next topic, the area structure. For the area structure, I have in mind two different plans regarding if it is a summer or winter peak. For the summer peak, I intend to have two team leaders. One of them will have 3 members to prepare, plan and do the servicing, since it needs so much preparation to result as expected, and because it's exam season, so for some of the members, so everything must be prepared before to do it easily during the exam time. The other team leader will be in charge of 5 members, separated into different teams. One of team with 2 members and one with 3, in charge of prepare and deliver the race and match respectively. The tasks related to international relations will be divided and assigned to the team who is more comfortable when it comes to workload. For the winter peak, my plan is to have 1 or 2 team leaders, depending on the number of projects that we will do. There will be 5 or 6 members divided as well in teams, 1 for race, 1 for match and 1 for the servicing, with about 2 members each. Another approach I have in mind is to have the same number of members but divided into teams by project, with the team in charge of all race, match and servicing, but just for one project. Talking now about the conversions from finished to completed. First of all, the team in charge of servicing needs to be in contact with the LC from where the EPs are coming from, to guarantee that the standards are first explained during the OPS or other meetings they have with them, so they already are aware of that when they come. Because the IPS may not have every EP present, since some of them don't arrive at the same time, some arrive a few days later. Anyway, it is also necessary to repeat it during the IPS, passing through each standard and explaining very clearly how we plan to realize and achieve each one of them. This will be prepared during the semester by the servicing team. During the time they are here, we have to inform the EP when the standards are being achieved, and in the final meeting review with them all the standards once again, so the EP has a clear notion of what has been done. After the EP leaves, remind them to fill out the standards in satisfaction and offer help to explain any doubt they may have about that. In order to all of this work, it is mandatory to have a structured plan before the servicing, with all the standards to complete, and the member assigned to each task timely. We need to have backup plans to prevent situations when something goes wrong, and to prevent that the exchange doesn't get completed. This is why I intend to have one team focused on just the servicing, because there is a lot to plan and arrange for example, the EP's accommodation and the standard. So that's why I need a team focused on during all the semester. The topic I will talk about is touch points with leads, trainees, and partners. Regarding the partners, we'll inform the status of the EPs that are coming during the period from match until the experience by email. And through meetings or emails as well, we'll take their opinion in consideration while preparing the servicing. By that, we are ensuring that they are also happy with what we are planning. We will also cover the job description of the EP with the institution. So during the servicing, it will be mandatory to have at least 3 meetings, one in the beginning, one in the middle, and one in the end of the experience, to know what may be going wrong, or to change something they may not be happy about. It will be important to have them know our planning, to be fully aware of what will happen with the EP. And for us, it will be great to plan what the EP is doing, so we can tell him right away what their job description is. For the EPs, the IPS needs to be clarifying for them, and we'll have a full explanation of the job description. As I said, we will go through each standard. We will go through their calendar and explain their tasks every day. The fees must be collected at a day specifically. The body will be fully explained, its function, for them to know what to wait from him, and what they can help them with. And to set personal goal setting and have their goals and expectations well clarified. And finally, to have a set of rules well explained, so everything goes as perfect as possible. There will be a weekly meeting to analyze any problems that may be happening, to check the evolution of the EP and of their work and their personal goals and expectations. Check with them if they are feeling themselves growing as persons, or if there is something we can adjust to better achieve that. When it comes to implementing global hosts, one approach is already being developed by AIESEC in Portugal, which is contact former EPs that went on exchange to share this idea with them, since they've passed through the same situation. But it's something I intend to continue on doing because it's a really good strategy. Other thing we could do is try to share global hosts with the families of the persons that are in the institutions or schools with whom we are working, because they might like the idea of helping the person that came to help their loved ones. Another way, which is very common but very useful, is to share information with a large number of people at a time, is to share global hosts on social media and by promoting it in universities. To captivate the students from the universities, we could offer a reward. One example and option is having a discount in the fee of their own exchanges for those who participate in global host. For last, we could also try to contact alumni since they are already connected with AIESEC values and purpose. To another topic, to have reopens, we need not just to contact the institutions early and have meetings with them, but to show that we want to have another try and do it better. Volunteer is very well received by the population, but we need to prove that we are really working on it and that we are trying to do it well. For this, it would be one of my strategies, have a survey filled by the institutions right when we contact them, so we can learn what wasn't good in the semester before, and for them to see our interest in fixing any issues that may have happened, or that some concerns they are having. To keep the reopens happening during my term, I will also have to create good relations during the summer peak. And for that, we will need to have a strong tracking with the institutions before and during the servicing. During the servicing, as I said, have 3 meetings: one before, one at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. In order to ensure that the experience is going well and to resolve any possible problems. By doing this, we are showing that our concern, and we are extinguishing possible problems due to lack of communication, as well as improving our reopens in the future for winter peak. Those are more easy. The new opens are a bit more difficult to have, but having in mind the possibility of the new redistribution of the institution for each LC, the strategies for new opens passes through contacting them, preferably by phone, because emails may not be efficient and sometimes are not giving much importance, and people erase them or don't read them at all. And if possible, arrange a meeting right away to explain and to show what is the added value that AIESEC brings to the people involved for the institution itself, and how good this experience can be, and how everyone can learn from it. That was it. That was the resolution for my iGV case study. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye bye.